Well, I guess this is strange. Jed's usually here by now. Told him 2:30. I guess I'll just start this without him. Half a day, guys. Welcome back. It's NDR, and this is. I guess he really ain't showing up, huh? All right, I'm NDR. Yo. Where'd you good?
No.
Where'd you come from, bro?
I don't want to talk about it.
Wait a minute. You dug your way to China again, didn't you?
Yeah.
And you didn't even bring me along.
I brought takeout.
Okay. Play that intro!
Chopping it up, chopping it up. It's Niel and JED and we're chopping it up. My leg!
Oh yeah.
Chopping it up!
Woo!
Yeah.
Ah, that was a great trip.
You've been gone the whole week.
I know.
I was wondering where you were.
China was amazing, dude.
Yeah, I mean, I can only imagine why you went there. I mean, the last time we talked about it and then you dug your way there.
My legs hurt.
Yeah. Okay.
It was amazing. It was freaking amazing. You know, like I went to China, I was like, wow, like I see everything that's made. And it's like, wow.
That was like the lamest joke you've ever said, but it took me a second to understand what you were saying.
There's a fucking accent.
Oh, okay, I get it.
That's a joke.
Yeah. I mean, we've
geez.
all dug our way to China. I don't even understand why kids choose China.
And you could dig to anywhere. Like, I'd rather dig to like Vietnam or something. Oh no, wait.
You'd rather dig to Vietnam?
No, there's like a lot of mines there. Never mind.
Like, but the go-to is China for some reason.
It's China.
We're like,
I
we're
don't
gonna dig
know.
our way to China.
It's like in cartoons. It's like I'm leaving. And then there's like alternate universe, so like Asian versions of them.
If we all dig to China, where do Chinese kids dig to? Where do you think they go to?
I don't freaking know. You're asking me.
China's just so gigantic. They just dig to the other part of China.
Oh wow! Honestly, I think we're so freaking racist. We talk about Chinese getting their legs chopped off, or Chinese getting their bones chopped off just to get taller. And there's a lot of like accents in that episode, and here we are talking about China.
You're the only one doing the accent there, buddy. All right, don't come at me with like I'm being racist here.
Dude, China was so lit though.
Yeah.
But the one thing is, there's no Twitter.
This is true. They have a ban on like a lot of social media there, and I get why it's super toxic. Have you ever heard of the one like you know how movies they try to include different countries into the movie so that way they could have a bigger box office later on? Yeah. You know, China's like one of the biggest ones that they want to try to get into. Yeah, it's tough because everything's really tough, right? Yeah. From what I read. Did you know that? What's that one movie recently? What's it called? Christopher Robin. Yeah, the freaking the Winnie the Pooh one. Yeah, the Winnie the Pooh one. That one's an amazing. One. That's not creepy. I remember seeing the previews. Like, did you watch it? No. It's a beautiful movie. Okay, it's beautiful, but like I don't know, it gave me a weird vibe. Like, have you seen Aladdin lately? Like with Will Smith. That's and shit? Aladdin. This is Winnie the Pooh. I was with my girl. I was with my girl at the movies, and it popped up, and my girl's like, I don't like this. It's like which one, Aladdin or Winnie the freaking Winnie the Pooh stuff, the Christopher Robin. Like, that's scary. I was like, it's animated, it's live action. You know what I mean? It's a teddy bear. It's a yeah, but they all represent different sicknesses. I mean, there's depression and there's anxiety. Like, no, did you ever hear about that? Yeah, I've heard the conspiracy where like all the Winnie the Pooh characters represent some sort of sickness. Basically, everyone like there's so many kinds of conspiracies like that, or theories, not even conspiracies. Theories. Yeah, that's the right terminology. There's a ton of that, and I don't know if it's true, but it makes a lot of sense. Yeah, I guess. But when you think about like a lot of characters. I mean, you can do that with almost any series. Yeah, no, you're right. Like, can you think of Friends and then all of them just represent some kind of, like, sickness? Or you watch freaking SpongeBob and then there's like, oh yeah, Mr. Krabs, money, he's all about. Exactly. You can basically take any, because obviously it's all based off of something. So yeah, that's true. It's based on real life. Yeah. Yeah. But back to the Winnie the Pooh thing, the Christopher Robin thing, did you know that they banned the movie in China? Really? Because apparently something about their president... No, I'm not even joking. I don't like Winnie the Pooh. No, I'm not even joking because their president gets, I guess, compared to Winnie the Pooh. and he doesn't like it.
Wow.
And so
it should be a compliment though. It's like, dude, you're an iconic Disney character, man.
You're an icon. Yeah, you're cute as fuck. Come on.
You're cute as fucking like honey. Come on, man. You know where honey's made? China. Like, come on.
I don't know why, but he was like, nah, this movie's not coming to China. Like the pettiness level there is so high.
I can only imagine like how many movies just get banned.
Yeah. And I mean, they want to be shown in China because China's gigantic as a population. You can make so much money there.
That's true.
That's why you notice like other movies like Transformers, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't even remember. There's so many now. There's one with the dinosaur Grimlock.
Yeah.
He's like going through Hong Kong or China or something like that. They did that on purpose.
Yeah.
So that way they could get, accepted into China. It'd be easier for them to get accepted into China as a movie.
Oh, wow. I mean, even in movies, it's not even just movies. Like, there's a lot of companies that are just trying to tap into that market of China, whether it be NBA, just having freaking overseas games in China.
Or John Cena.
Dude, have you seen the video of John Cena speaking Chinese? It's like,
I haven't seen it, but I've heard him.
It's literally like this. I'm John Cena. And there's people that swore they seen him. Do you not see him?
I was like, I've never seen him do it.
I can't see him. Did you ever hear?
You know what? Let's have him as a guest today.
John Cena!
John Cena, welcome today on Choppin' It Up.
Oh, he's actually right here. How you doing, man? Nice pecs, bro.
That was his nipple.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. No, but really though, like to see a freaking guy kick ass in the ring, get all freaking bloodied in Hell in a Cell, and all of a sudden, she's a WWE. I'm just like, whoa, what did I miss? JBL looking ass, like trying to look like JBL, like John Bradshaw Layfield.
He is starting to look like that with his new haircut.
My mom would always be like, ew, I don't like John Cena. It's like, why?
Why?
He has no lips.
What?
Like, The Rock's better. Like, because I mean, they're both wrestlers turned into Hollywood actors or some shit like that. So my mom's like, The Rock is better, and The Rock is always better. Come on.
Technically, they were actors the moment they got into WWE.
That's true. That's true. Yeah. That's true.
So I guess you're right. The Hollywood stars. Yes.
Hollywood stars.
Yeah.
Dude, but John Cena, man, props to him for freaking going to China, and he's like he just chose to do it. I mean, man's got divorced, got super freaking lean, and then went to China to learn Chinese. Like, what can't we do? Like, what can't the human race not do?
Were you a big John Cena fan?
Dude, I was a big John Cena fan.
I mean, you're still a big WWE fan right now.
Yo, Jonathan, if you're watching this, Wolfpack, baby. Bullet Club. Sorry, there's two separate meanings, but anyways, that's not the point. I don't even know. This isn't a wrestling podcast. This isn't a wrestling podcast. This is a.
You just went completely dork mode on me.
No, but really though, WWE is like one of the things that I keep in touch with.
Yeah.
Not even just WWE, but wrestling in general. I still keep up with it. I'm on YouTube. I'm subscribed to all the freaking channels, whether it be What Culture or freaking Cultaholic.
We're losing all the listeners.
It's very big in Poland.
But we're gaining.
You better not cut that joke off.
Listeners right now.
You better not cut that joke. This guy keeps cutting the Poland joke off, and it's getting annoying.
Do you hear anyone laughing, Jed?
I don't even hear anyone laughing
exactly.
Right now. Anyways, were we talking about John Cena?
I don't even know anymore.
In WWE, they used to be like TV-14, right? Super raunchy, super gory, bloody. And now it's a very family-friendly type of
I don't know. I mean, the last time I watched it, I was in middle school, so.
Oh, like, when was this? Like SmackDown and shit? Like Kurt Angle?
Yeah. No, for real.
But you know how raunchy it was? There was they were selling sex on TV. It's very sexual, a lot of blood and gore, all that stuff. Now it's very family-friendly, and it trips me out because, John Cena still does this whole, you can't see me type of act. But that really means, you can't, okay. He has this thing called the 5-knuckle shuffle.
All right.
You know that, right?
Okay. Yeah.
And he does this thing, and he does this.
Yeah.
But a 5-knuckle shuffle is when... Do I need to explain? A 5-knuckle... you're gonna turn this into a fucking...
I got it right away, but for everyone that's...
He does a 5-knuckle shuffle.
Yeah.
And then after he's done with the 5-knuckle shuffle, he fucking does this. You can't see me.
Yeah.
Because after he was done doing his 5-knuckle shuffle...
5-knuckle shuffle.
And he just... This is a PG-13. But anyways,
does he not do that anymore?
He still does it.
Yeah, because no one's gonna get it. Like, kids won't get it. Yeah, they just think it's them being cool, you know?
John Cena.
Oh, yeah, you can't see me. You know, that's all they think of. Yeah,
no, you're right. You're actually really right. But, dude, like, it's crazy to see the development of wrestling, you know, or even in TV. Like, people don't even watch TV anymore. And here these guys are still fighting for ratings. But I'm starting to see the little transition into online stuff. Their presence online is super good now. I mean, it's been great. They've been ahead of the curve when it comes to, like, social media. So, yeah, I don't know. You don't know much about wrestling, so let's change the subject.
At this point, I don't. Back then, I mean, if we were to talk about wrestling back then, I could chime in, but now it's like I don't know as much anymore.
Yeah, Batista.
Like, my favorite wrestlers were John Cena, Rey Mysterio. You know, basically all the typical, like...
I remember when I've always wanted to be Rey Mysterio, but can you imagine a freaking pudgy-ass kid wanting to be a cruiserweight? Like, all my uncles would laugh at me as like, Lanya, you're more the big show. Anyways, Lanya means like, I don't know, it's a Chamorro term.
It's like we just went into like learning Chamorro with Jeddou Antonio.
No, really though, like you're not even Rey Mysterio, you're the big show. I'm just like,
shut up, uncle. You don't know what you're talking about.
That guy's
fat. I'll show you my big show.
The one person I talked to about wrestling in this whole Inspire fam is John Fernandez. Speaking of John Fernandez, the other John Fernandez. We're on Twitter.
We have two John Fernandezes. We have
two John Fernandez. I even know a third John Fernandez.
You know a third one?
Yeah, he's a bodybuilder. So just like...
Okay, so we have John Fernandez, our actual friend.
Who's a very good thrifter.
Yes.
Very good thrifter.
And then we have the other John Fernandez.
Who's the superintendent
of Guam Department of Education.
Yes, he is the superintendent. He's the all-seeing eye.
Did you see his tweet last night? I think you saw it, right?
I saw it.
Let me pull it up real quick.
Mans was talking about like GIF or GIF or something. I was like, GIF?
Yeah.
Guam International Film Festival?
And so this man...
What does it specifically say?
I'm slow. Sorry about this.
Just it's all good.
Keep rambling on.
You're just going to edit this anyways.
That's because you can't hold up the show on your own, Jed.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I can.
I'd like to see you try.
I will. I freaking will, Neil.
Our superintendent said, some people pronounce GIF with a hard G, as in Guam. Some pronounce it GIF, but it's short for Graphics Interchange Format. So the first pronunciation makes the most sense. So there. Got that off my chest.
Yes, it's an acronym.
Hashtag pronunciation, please.
It's an acronym for something.
Yeah.
GIF.
GIF.
That I've always thought it was GIF, and then all of a sudden...
I always thought it was GIF, too.
And then someone would, like, look at me weird, and it's like, it's GIF. I'm like...
That's all the people that weren't in GATE.
I was like, it's not fucking peanut butter, all right? You need to chill out. It's GIF, okay? Like, GIF. Like, here's my GIF. You know what I mean? You know. GIF minus the T.
Why would you even say GIF?
I don't know, dude.
I mean, the English language is so difficult. I'm trying to think of another word that starts with a G, but you pronounce it with a J.
Giraffe.
There you go. See, that's why it's confusing.
But it's GIF, though. Like, it's...
I mean, no one's teaching us this in education.
I know, man. Our freaking...
But our superintendent is taking the challenge on.
Yeah, you know, it's crazy because the superintendent's Twitter presence is so freaking dope. Or not even Twitter, like social media.
I mean, yeah, out of all the people that I know in GDOE or even in government... He's the one that runs it. Like,
dude, he literally runs it. And man, next he's like fitting in with the young
That's why I was
cats.
telling everyone, yo, can this man be our next president? He can totally take charge of the school system and not only that, run his Twitter game.
Nothing but love for my president.
Exactly.
John Fernandez, if you're watching this.
John Fernandez,
you're
2020.
You're a great thrifter. Oh, wait.
That's a different one.
You're a great superintendent.
All right. All you kids, hit up John Fernandez.
Yeah, and make sure he wears Loveclub next. He's going to fit in with the kids so much that he's going to start wearing Loveclub.
Yeah.
But yeah, I noticed Loveclub is one of the brands on the rise on Guam. I mean, I really love the message. It promotes equality and a brand representing... What was that? Let me pull it up. Sorry.
See, now we're just wasting time, Jed.
No, we're not wasting time.
Here we are, like, looking up all this information that we should have prepared.
There's nothing.
Exactly.
No, but literally, like, you can't waste time doing research because you're trying to get smarter, right? Research.
Right,
Loveclub, okay, right? So Loveclub is an all-inclusive type of love. Mm-hmm. And, you know, it's such a positive message. Mm-hmm. And big shout out to the homie Coen Clement, if you're watching this.
Yo, why are you exposing him like that? His name's Coen.
Oh, yeah, it's Coen.
Get it right.
Who the f*** is I don't even know, man. Jeez.
See, every time I say it even gets bleeped out. It looks like we're just like cussing.
But yeah, Loveclub. It's an all-inclusive type of love. So yeah, it's such an amazing thing. You have all the kids involved. That's probably like the main demographic. And I won't be surprised if I see John Fernandez on his Avi wearing Loveclub one day.
I remember seeing it at the University of Guam, and he had his pop-up at Charter Day.
Oh, that was Gold Souls.
No. What was it?
That was Gold Souls.
Okay. When he had Gold Souls.
Oh yeah, there's Gold Souls Gallery at Gold Souls Gallery. So that's his first brand.
When I went up to him and I said, yo, bleeped again.
Coen.
At that time,
okay.
You know, I gave him props because I told him, you know, out of all the people that's starting their own brand here in terms of fashion, you're the only one that I can see has an actually developed vision.
Yeah, man, Mans was always ahead of the curve.
It's very strong. I mean, for the most part, you look at it, it doesn't look like it's made from here.
Yeah, no, for real. Like, well, was ahead of the game when it came to just aesthetic, because he lived in Hollywood straight after high school, and then he came back to Guam, and he was just inspired. He's just on this creative eye, and I remember because I had a class with him, and we talk about it all the time. And he was like, I would look at the photos like, yo, this is pretty sick.
He's like, oh, thanks.
But there's people, you know, like Guam is pretty slow when it comes to projecting what's going to be cool next.
Yeah.
But was ahead of the curve with that.
Very much
like when you look at Gold Souls when it was dropped in 2015, everyone was bashing on it. Or there's a handful of of logos.
They couldn't grasp
the vision.
Like, but I was like, yo, that's so ahead of the curve here.
Bro, a lot of the locals would be like, what the heck is this? What is this emo shit?
At the time it was what, like 2014, 2015. Around that time, you know, it's not as PC as it is today.
Dude, for real.
So, like, a lot of people are like, oh, this is gay, this is blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, bro, this is
clean, bro.
This is clean. This is ahead of its time. And you just don't have vision. It's going over your head.
And what's freaking nuts is that, right, maybe like a couple months or a year later, that's when other brands started to adapt that look. And I was like, wow. And then, you know, totally, like, you know, Gold Souls is like defunct right now. I mean, he could bring it back anytime he wants to because it's such a great vision when it comes to the brand. But, you know, he told me that he wanted to start something that
meant more.
That meant even more to him as an individual. Because I think that meant more to him as like, I mean, shit, we should have just had him on the podcast, but
one day.
Yeah, one day.
I mean, what happens with a lot of artists, I notice, is you start something and you just want to be a creator and you just want to make something out of your two hands and be proud of it. But at the end of the day, you're going to start realizing, at least for you, there's two types of people in my mind when it comes to creation. There's the people that... No, actually, there's three, in my opinion.
What are the three?
There's the ones that want to make money.
Oh, yeah.
There's the ones that want to chase clout.
Dude.
And there's the ones that want to chase purpose. And there's no problem with any of the three.
Yeah, sometimes you could even have all three.
Yeah, sometimes you can have all three, and then you're successful.
Yeah.
But it's up to you at the end of the day what you want to chase after
and what you're trying to get out of it.
Yeah.
I know so many people that would get bit by the creative bug, and then all of us because of numbers, as opposed to like finding that actual purpose. It's like, oh, what the heck? That person's making how much? $1 million off a streetwear brand? Let's go start our own streetwear brand.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like, I mean, it's cool. I get it if your intent is to make money, but don't expect your longevity to even be a thing.
Yeah, if your entire thing is, because as all artists, nothing that we create is like a genuinely true or new innovation.
Yeah,
it's most of the time it's borrowed from something else, right?
Influenced by influence, like, and influenced again.
So it's really obvious. If you just completely bite something.
Yeah, no, for real. It's like you just copy, Control-C, Control-V that shit.
Yeah, and then you just change the name. It's like, you know, it's that one meme where like, hey, let me see your homework. Oh, okay, but just don't...
just don't copy it.
Just don't copy it. Make it kind of different, and they just change
They just change the font.
Yeah.
They just changed like a couple punctuation marks here and there.
Exactly. I mean, that in itself, like, that says a lot, because that means you don't truly understand what makes that brand successful.
Yeah, what makes a
You're
brand
just
what
copying
it is.
it exactly, but if you don't know internally
what you want
or what you want or what that's about, you're not going to succeed in the long run.
Yeah, I noticed, like, even, you know, there's so many entities, and we're such a small island, right? Unfortunately, and it's a good thing as well because we get influenced easy. But everyone's influenced easily. Yeah. But it's being such a small island, it's easy to spot out like, oh, this is pretty like innovative. Oh, this is just a carbon copy of something. And not to put down the person that's doing a carbon copy because he's trying to hustle. He or she's trying to hustle. You know.
Eventually, you'll find your way.
Yeah. I mean, I was at that point. I mean, as an artist, I was like a high schooler. I was emulating Drake all the time. I looked up to Drake. I want to sound like him. I want to be like him. I want to like have the same bars as him. And then I came to a crossroads where it was like, I kind of got to start like finding my own sound.
Yeah,
and it happens. It happens. But yeah, big shout out to big shout out to Loveclub. Big shout out to Gold Souls. I hope that comes back one day. Big shout out to Zane. Can't leave out Lover Girl and Lover Boy. But I don't even know where we're going at here.
I don't know.
I want to talk about like stateside Guamanians. Because it's a pretty interesting thing.
I don't have much of an opinion on that, but yeah, let's go ahead.
Why so? How come you don't have opinion on it?
I don't know. I just don't talk to a lot of them.
I mean, we have a lot of...
When you say stateside Guamanians, what do you mean? Like people that left here or people that grew up there, but they're originally from Guam?
I would say a little bit of both. Because there's some people that leave the island. That would just bash on the island. Oh, fuck Guam, blah, blah, blah.
Oh, I know a lot of people that leave the island because they bash Guam.
And then they go, when they get to the States, it's like, oh, yeah, Guam on my chest. And then that's when it's like, oh, wow.
Oh, okay. I can kind of see what you mean. I mean, yeah, the two ways that it's portrayed. A lot of people feel like Guam doesn't have a lot to offer.
Too.
In terms of opportunity, in terms of, I completely understand and I know where they're coming from. The problem is, I think if you've never left Guam and you haven't lived outside of Guam, it's hard for you to appreciate Guam.
Yeah, I mean, there's always a newfound appreciation when you leave the island and all of a sudden you're homesick because you lived there in your entire life.
Exactly. I mean, it's nice to live 10 minutes away from the beach. It's nice to know that family is here.
Yeah.
And it's nice to know that you can go outside and people will be nice to you.
Yeah.
That's not what it's like in the States.
In the States, it's like super freaking cutthroat there. Everyone's dicks.
Yeah,
that's reality. They have their own lives to live.
No reason to be nice to you, genuinely.
Everyone's there just to get their own, you know what I mean?
Exactly.
But in Guam, it's like we help each other out. In Guam, like there's this really type of culture surrounded around helping each other out.
And there's, like I said, there's nothing wrong leaving the island.
Yeah.
It's just... you don't necessarily need to bash your own island.
You don't. You really don't.
In order to leave. It's just like, it's kind of like Marie Kondo, like, I'm going to be grateful for what you've done for me. You thank the island and then you go leave. It's like...
Yeah. But, like, back to the whole idea of stateside Guamanians, right?
Yeah.
It's just funny. I had a conversation. So I was at rehearsal yesterday because there's an event coming up, and then Chris Boomer, he's based on Guam, but he moved to the States, and he came back and like, yeah, man, there's a lot of weird Guamanians out there. And I was like, why so? Yeah, sometimes they'll say they've never been to Guam, and they say that their family's from Barragata Beach.
You're not from Barragata Beach?
I'm from Agania Heights Beach.
I'm from Harmon Falls.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that's such a great...
Did you not know?
Yeah, I didn't know.
I'm from Swamp Road Swamp.
But yeah, the stateside Guamanians, like, it's great that they have pride out there. It's like it's like Filipinos, right? Once they leave their country, they'll bring everything that made them Filipino to the country.
True.
It's really cool, but at the same time, it could also get annoying because there's some Guamanians in the States where it's like, they'll bash on Guam, and then once they leave, it's like, oh man, I love Guam, blah, blah, blah. But I get it. I totally get it, though. I get that there's a newfound appreciation when they're in a different setting. So, yeah, I just wanted to touch base on that.
Yeah, so if you're bashing on Guam, hold your judgment real quick.
Yeah, no, for real. Hold your judgment, and it's like...
Guam did nothing to you. Leave Guam alone. Leave her alone.
Leave her alone. But yeah, I don't know. It's not too much of a big topic. I just wanted to talk about it.
Guam's my baby girl.
Guam's my baby girl.
I'm going to take care of her all the time, every time.
But yeah, so you really rep harder when you leave, and that's why like I look at brands like Crowns and Opaque, they're really thriving because people do want a piece of the island to represent back home, back in San Diego, where the Chamorro population is just nuts. You look left, there's a Chamorro or there's a person with Chamorro descent. You look right, there's a person with like someone from Saipan. You know what I mean? It's like, wow.
Basically, yeah, I agree with that. And what I'm very proud of Crowns and Opaque is that they make our culture cool.
Dude, super cool. They were able to bridge the gap between like the medium of our culture, art, and clothes. And it's like, bro, it could be as simple as wearing something on my back.
Because there's so many Guam brands that come out.
Yeah.
Because they have that mentality, people just want to rep Guam.
Yeah.
But they don't necessarily put in the time or effort to learn actually about design.
No, for real.
Or what's actually trending right now in terms of the general population in style.
Yeah.
They just go, I'm going to make this on Microsoft Paint.
I'll make this on Microsoft Paint, find a PNG Guam logo and put it on a shirt and be like, oh yeah, I'm repping Guam.
And there's a lot of that. There's
a
ton.
And there's nothing wrong with it. I mean, you do you, man. You do you, boo. But like,
it's just, that's why I'm so happy that we do have people that are creatively inclined, making the clothes that people want to wear. And so that more people can represent the island.
Yeah. No, you're right. You're totally right. But yeah, I guess at the end of the day, is whatever you want to do, whether it be a brand that's going to exist for like 1 week or a brand that's going to exist for 20 years, just find the love for it. Love is always just the basis of everything you do. Just love.
Speaking of.
Oh, what's up?
Coen just reached out to me.
Oh, what'd he say?
He said, shut up, Jed. You don't know what you're talking about.
Shameless plug. I do have merch. Straight up merch. On wearestraightup.com.
We can actually buy that now?
Yeah, we can actually.
I was going to say, I was like, where the heck's all the merch? I haven't seen anything.
So other than Project Inspire and Dreamstorm, we also have Straight Up Music, and that's more of my division. But I try my best not to try to talk about Straight Up Music a bunch.
I noticed.
Yeah, because it's like...
Why do you stray away from it?
I stray away from talking about Straight Up because I'm here for Project Inspire right now. I mean, granted, Project Inspire is still... Straight Up Music is still Project Inspire, and Project Inspire is still Straight Up Music, but it's more
Let's
like...
break that down real quick. Okay, let's have the people understand what Straight Up Music is.
Okay.
Okay, a couple years back, when we were starting to make all of these things that we were doing more legitimized...
Yeah.
We came up with all these different divisions, all these different things that we wanted to pursue.
Yeah.
Because the main flagship is Project Inspire. And that's where we want to do all our passion projects. That's where we want to be more creative and give back more to the community.
Yep.
Now, with Dreamstorm, that exists because that's our day job.
That's our day job, and that's like day-to-day production.
Yeah, that's where we have to be a little bit more corporate, a little bit more commercial.
Super serious.
Very serious, but still try to bring that flavor in terms of creativity.
Put our heart, the same heart that we put into our outside corporate stuff, into the corporate stuff.
Now, with Straight Up Music, that's basically the music division of Project Inspire.
Initially, it was just supposed to be like just a division of it's just gonna be Project Inspired, and Straight Up Music was just gonna flash whenever. It wasn't really much of a big thing. Until I guess 2000. When Justin passed. Justin passed.
Most people don't even know that we've had Straight Up Music We've
had Straight Up Music
for years
Straight
now.
Up Music was an idea ever since 2K15, 2K16. I mean, granted, we didn't know the name until like 2K16, but these guys already...
I don't even remember how I came up with it.
Oh, I remember it was... You were just saying like, it was like, yeah, dude, because music, it's... You want it to be self-explanatory. You don't want to be explaining what your brand is.
I like a lot of names like that where your brand can just already speak for itself.
Yeah, like you look at Supreme, it's like, oh, okay.
Because I felt like...
It's Supreme.
One, Straight Up. I hear people locally say Straight Up.
Straight Up. And Travis Scott.
Yeah.
Now Travis Scott.
But it was kind of slang, that slang that I would hear every once in a while. And I always felt like music, when you're a musician, a lot of people talk and try to, I don't know, chase cloud and do this, but their music doesn't speak for itself.
Yeah,
do you know what I mean?
For real.
Like, they spend more time building their brand than actually working on their music.
And I totally get why.
Instead of like doing it the opposite, make your music speak for itself.
Yeah.
And then everything else will come afterwards because you're actually good.
Yeah, there's a bunch of people, like, especially in the music scene, right? There's a lot of people that would talk. There's a lot of people that would do things for the wrong reasons. And honestly, I wasn't even confident at doing Straight Up Music or even pursuing it. The reason why I did it because it was like, you know what? I really want to back a brand because I really want to represent something. Yeah, I represent Project Inspire. Yeah, I represent Dreamstorm. Yeah, I represent JED, the brand. But it's like, I do want an entity of music to sort of just exist, especially on Guam, that tackles all forms of music. And it is what it is, Straight Up Music. Like, I can't even explain it because it's just music. Like, how are you going to explain music to someone? I mean, you go to the website, wearestraightup.com, by the way, got that domain down. And right away, it's Straight Up Music is a collective of true Guam-based artists brought together through the common love of music and an aspiration to represent the island in the purest form possible. It is what it is. I mean, do I need to explain more after that?
Yeah, can you just, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm a little bit lost. Your accent's pretty strong.
My American accent.
Yeah, it's a little bit, it turns me off.
What?
Can you just not talk? Perfect.
Oh yeah, you know, as an artist, I paid more attention into the creative process.
Yeah.
I pay more attention to like how my music's gonna sound instead of talking on Twitter all the time saying, "Oh, look at me, I want clout. Look at me, I'm an artist."
Originally, when we had Straight Up Music, we had other people
in mind
to run in. We actually met with them, but they had their own agendas, which is fine.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, and then Jed stuck around long enough with us where we said, "Hey, you know, we still have this division. If you want it, it's yours."
Yeah, you know, honestly, and this was even in 2K17 before I even started working full-time with the company. Like, this is the time where I just come over to the office and just chill, show Neil and Justin some of my previews.
Yeah.
And then I was like, hey, you know, if you want to do Straight Up Music, you can.
Like, basically what we do is just, we have ideas and we find people that we feel confident can carry it out but don't necessarily know how to do it. Yeah. Because we don't, I mean, I'm only me and the rest of my team can only do so much.
Yeah.
And we have such great aspirations, but we only have our own hands, you know?
Yeah,
so
you gotta be like, spread thin, super spread thin.
Exactly. And so what we provide in the sense is, hey, you know, we have this idea, we can't facilitate it for the most part, but we can guide you.
Yeah, no, for sure. And you know, the whole idea of Straight Up Music is to just to bring the community together.
Yeah, for sure.
And whether it be a collaboration with Acoustic Attack, whether it be a collaboration with Binary Sunset, which are also music entities that exist in the island, I'm always open for it because the beauty of music is that you'll end up collaborating with someone that you would have never expected. I mean, I'm collaborating with this girl, Leia Fahering, who's just like super reggae, and you know, now I'm doing a song with her, which is nuts.
Hey, straight up.
Straight up. And it's like, nowadays, it's just about bringing the community together, and I feel like Guam is too small to even be, like, beefing. Like, it's just a waste of time. It's so petty sometimes when people are like, oh.
It's too small.
Yeah, it's like,
the
bro.
island's too small.
Like, bro, F that guy, because he's doing the same thing as me.
It's, like, it's dumb.
Let's make some cool shit together.
Everyone's trying, like, this is my mentality over the years. Everyone here is trying to compete with one another, but it's so dumb because, you know, they all say, I'm going to put Guam on the map. You know, everyone no one cares. No one outside of Guam cares. Like, and if you say that that's what you're gonna do, then great, so be it. But like, no one outside of Guam is like, oh, yo, did you just see this?
Did you just
something popped up on the map real quick?
Yeah, no, really.
This place called Guam because of whoever so and so.
Putting Guam in the map
it doesn't mean anything.
The only time Guam was literally put on the map was when we had that whole North Korea stuff. There you go. That's when people started being like, "Oh, Guam."
Yeah.
What? That's a
Shout
part
out
of the
to Kim Jong-un for putting us on the map, dog.
Yo, you put us on, bro. Hey, mad love. I respect that.
now the North Korean officials are like, "Yo, this podcast just mentioned our supreme leader.
This podcast is lit." We're double gogi. Wow.
Jed.
You can go ahead and diss me. I don't give a f about our race. We're Filipino. We're Filipino.
All right, Jed.
We're a bunch of Filipinos from Guam doing a podcast, chopping it up.
Look at him rationalize all of this.
Chopping up dogs and stuff.
The views expressed by Jeddou Antonio are solely his and not views by Choppin It Up. Oh, man, what were we even talking about? I had a point here. I don't even know. We went to North Korea real quick and I got
about putting
lost.
Guam on the map.
Oh, okay. Yes, Guam is too small. And here's the mentality that I very much dislike. You know, artists on Guam only look at other artists on Guam, and that's who they consider as their competition.
Yeah.
But they don't understand that their competition is truly the rest of the world.
Yeah.
And so you can't say, I'm going to put Guam on the map when you're only competing against the people in your local area.
No, you're right.
You got to compete nationwide. You got to compete globally. That's how you succeed. And so if you're only looking at your
your little bubble that you're in, or the little bucket.
You're only gonna get as good as the people around you, but never outside of that. If you're not trying to compete with Drake, if you're not trying to compete with Rihanna, then what are you doing?
No, you're right. You're actually right. You're really right. Yeah, I mean, I guess Guam is so isolated and everywhere in the world that it's like we're left to compete with each other.
Yeah,
we're so isolated that we're left to compete with one another, and it's like, dude, you know what we could freaking do as a community?
Exactly.
And it's like, there's only so little of us. Why are we trying to go at each other? It's kind of weird in my head. Mm-hmm. But you know, it's cute. It's really cute when people just like feed off the entire. Yeah, let's start some beef. Ha ha ha.
Yeah, that's why I pay no mind to comments or.
Yeah, but seriously though, what we can truly achieve as an island is like crazy. If we all just put all our crazy minds together and create something badass to literally put Guam on the map, something creatively. Because if there's one thing that speaks louder than just Guam the entity, it's how many artists are coming out of here, bro.
We just have to assemble the Avengers here. That's all we have.
Let's freaking do it.
Let's do it.
Shotgun Spider-Man.
You did that on purpose. I fucking hate you. Speaking of superheroes, speaking of Avengers, have you watched The Umbrella Academy?
No, but I heard of Umbrella by Rihanna.
Oh, nice. Yeah?
Yeah. Ella, eh.
I don't even want to talk anymore.
No, I haven't heard of it, Neil.
You carry on this podcast.
I haven't heard of it, Neil.
All right.
What is Umbrella Academy?
I don't know. You tell me.
What is Umbrella Academy, Our Lady of Guam? Hurry up! Hurry up, Neil. We're losing listeners.
We are losing listeners. We're gaining them because they're like, oh no, yeah, dog. I support.
No one knows NDR. Yeah, because you don't like to follow people back.
I saw that subtle flex.
No one knows NDR. You don't like to follow them back.
My name is Jed, and I have 6,000 followers.
When people
look at my cloud.
When people
look at NDR with his 200 followers because no one knows that he has an Instagram.
No. He only has 200 followers because he doesn't want to follow them back.
Ooh. Hey, at least those are true followers.
Yeah. Me, my mom, Marissa.
Yeah, there you go. That's all that matters to me. Okay, Umbrella Academy. So the Umbrella Academy, right? It's based on this graphic novel by Gerard Way and Gabrielle Ba.
Yeah.
Do you know who Gerard Way is?
Nope.
How dare you?
I don't know, dude. I'm
Gerard Way. I keep forgetting that. Why did I start a podcast with you? You know, it's because it's more entertaining that way when I talk to someone that doesn't know shit.
Yeah.
if I talk to another know-it-all, it'd be like, oh,
this sucks. No, really though. Like Neil's like more like films heavy, and like when it comes to music, like I could give my insight on that.
True.
I can't give my opinions.
Like okay, now
what is film?
Now when we talk about WWE, you go to Jed.
Yeah. But really though, what's Umbrella Academy?
Gerard Way is the lead singer of My Chemical Romance.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, everyone loves
just say like, oh, you know the lead singer of My Chemical Romance? Yeah. His name's Gerard Way.
I just like being a dick about it. That's my subtle flex.
Okay.
Anyways, so you know he created this award-winning Eisner Prize series back in 2007. Yeah, that's a huge thing.
Like from the worst thing I can say.
And you know he was actually originally into comics, but his music career is the one that took off.
Dude, I mean, I love My Chemical Romance.
So that's why I guess you know a lot of people were thrown off that he made a comic book, and not only that, it's a great comic.
Wow.
I've never read it personally. You know, I keep up to date with comics, but there's just so much that comes out, so much of content. But I've heard about it.
Yeah.
And so when I saw the teaser or the trailer for the new Netflix series, I got super excited. Not only that, because you know, I mean, you know me, I'm really into film and whatnot. The style aesthetically on its own.
So this it's been existing since 2007.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's a long time, dog.
Dude,
that's like 12
What were
years.
you doing in 2007?
Dude, I just started my freshman year in high school.
Really? That's been that long? Oh yeah. Holy
wow.
You made the
That's when you met me.
It's all adding up.
Yeah.
Yeah,
you didn't meet me. You were just like,
oh yeah, there's NDR.
Oh my god.
There's the Monkey Boys.
One day I will podcast with you. You will be mine.
But 2007, yeah, dude, I was a 6th grader. Holy cow.
But basically on October 1st, 1989, 43 women gave birth at the same time.
Yo.
The only problem was none of them were pregnant at the beginning of the day. There's this eccentric billionaire. He tries to find all these kids.
Yeah.
And I guess adopt them. He only manages to get 7 of them.
Yo.
And so the whole premise is that, you know, they grow up with in this, I wouldn't say abusive, but like peculiar upbringing.
Yeah.
That kind of scars them for life. Mm-hmm. And one of them even has the power of time traveling.
Holy shit.
And so he time travels a little bit too far into the future and finds out the world's gonna end.
Yeah, yeah.
And so he comes back to explain to them this, and they're gonna try to save the day.
Wow.
It's a great story, great story.
I mean, is it like...
When it first came out, I binged it, like, immediately.
I mean, how many episodes are there?
Only 10.
Can't watch that.
If you had a superpower, what would your superpower be?
My superpower?
Yeah.
Man, I don't know, dude. Like, can I have all of them? Can I be like Superman or something? No,
like, if you could only choose one.
Well, basically, one of my favorite superheroes is Iron Man.
Okay.
So I like that the idea that he's
not even really like...
He's not even really a superhero, but the fact that he's super intelligent, it's like, yo, I can just build this shit. You know what I mean? I don't want to be no Thor, no God.
You don't? I mean? You like the idea of being like a...
Yeah,
like an intelligent.
Yeah, because I could think for myself, you know, like basically he's.
Oh, I can see where you're going with this. It's just because you can't think for yourself right now.
Yeah.
You don't have a.
No, like, I just really like Iron Man.
What would I do if I was smart?
See, this guy's a dick, bro. That's why he only has 200 followers.
Exactly. Because
everyone is like, yeah, like I know Neil as an individual, right? I mean, I vibe with him for some odd reason, but there's like so many people in the community that don't necessarily f with this guy, but. Dude, I love this guy.
You don't? Oh my god!
No, but the thing is, they don't even truly know this dude, you know. And I guess that's why I gravitated to where this guy is. Just like conversation is like, it's like breathing air, you know. Like, this guy could be a dick, but you know,
shut the hell up.
There's a way to maneuver around that, you know. I mean, but deep down, his dickishness, there's real insight into it, and he's a real one. So, yeah, I probably wouldn't even be in the position to do a podcast.
You know, I have
comfortably. I guess, for this guy.
I guess that's my superpower.
What? Being a dick?
Being a dick.
Mr. Big Dick. Captain Big Dick.
Use my big dick energy.
Yeah. It's coming. God damn, so much for PG.
Oh, sorry, kids.
Sorry, kids.
Sorry.
No, but really though.
I have so many friends, and I'm not even kidding you, who all start off with this sentence. They say, you know, when I first met you, I absolutely hated you.
But this guy didn't give them a reason to. He's just being Neil.
This is true. Yeah. This is true. A lot of the times it's kind of like there's a misunderstanding. And even back then, it was really bad back then when I was younger.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I don't like this guy because...
For me personally...
He's a guy.
I think a lot of people see me as an extrovert, but I'm really not. It takes a lot of work for me to be extrovert.
Why so?
I just don't deal well with like public interaction.
But I mean, if it's around the right people, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think a lot of it plays into my mood.
Moody big dick.
I really shut the like if I'm not in the mood, which a lot of the times I'm not.
Yeah.
It really, like, I wear that on my sleeve, and it's hard for me not to. So as much as possible, you know, I need to go out sometimes, but I really don't want to be out. And you can kind of tell when I interact if I seem more, you know, jokey, then it's kind of like, oh, okay, he's in the mood. But if I'm a little bit more closed off, there's just something with me at that moment where I'm kind of having a hard time communicating.
Yeah.
And that's why I come off more dickish than you know, because there's some people, honestly, there's people who have the natural ability, like you have the natural ability to just turn it on. When you see someone, you can easily just chop it up.
Yeah, I don't know. I really like catching up with people. Hence why we're in the podcast right now. But I like chopping it up. Like, I like being filled in. Like,
there's people that thrive on that, and easily it works for them. But there's also people that it takes a lot of energy to communicate with others. And I'm sure there's a lot of people that can kind of relate on that. It's just the way that mine comes off. It's like, wow. And not only that, I'm 6 feet tall. So,
whoa.
You know, like,
sorry.
Whoa, so a lot of people here on Guam are a lot shorter, and so I'm also a dude, so it's like it's a little bit intimidating.
Yeah.
And I know that it's hard for me to.
No, but this guy is super cool, man. I mean, he may be a friggin' dick sometimes, but I mean,
it's all fun.
Yeah, it's sometimes dick is good. Well, it came out really wrong. Sometimes
and you wonder why I make jokes about you, Jed.
Sometimes being a dick is good.
Okay.
Yeah, but anyways, how did we go from talking about superheroes to dicks?
Like, everyone on Twitter is just gonna like quote Jed. Sometimes dick is good. Like.
Oh no. Cut. We're talking about superpowers.
Yeah, superpowers. So your own would be, I don't even remember what you said.
Yeah, it was like basically Iron Man stuff.
Oh yeah. Mine, I really like elemental powers. I always gravitated towards like Iceman.
Oh
or like any character that used the elements.
Yeah.
So when Avatar: The Last Airbender came out, I was like, whoa.
Yeah, dude. I mean, Avatar was ahead of its time when it came to just like from the story to everything. I was like tripping out. It was like every time 8 o'clock. All right, 8 p.m. Let's go.
And so there's that. Watch. And there's another one that I say, but it's kind of hard to describe. But I have it in my mind. It's like if I could use aura as a power. Aura, not oral.
Oh, yeah.
Oral. Oh. Yeah! In your face!
Oral as a power. Okay, aura. Like
aura.
Yeah, like vibes.
Shut up.
Yeah. Okay. What do you mean? Like an aura? Like.
I hate you. You're the one that's talking about dick here, alright? No one else bringing up dick here besides you. Aura. Yeah, so I guess something similar to is like, you know, Raven from Teen Titans, right?
I thought Raven.
That's a Raven?
I can see it through the future. Yeah, Raven's like that's super sick.
I don't know how
Raven.
to like her power is technically through like a demonic, you know, thing.
But like you think of it as a cartoon, but that's like pretty freaking sketch.
It's a demonic power. But like when I say aura, it's technically like that.
Like Goku or something.
If she can use that, I want to be able to use like people's aura as energy.
That's really cool. Yeah. That's actually really cool.
So I think when people choose superpowers,
yeah,
it usually is about something that they wish that they could have or be or do because they don't see themselves in that way.
Yeah, no, you're right. I mean, I just want to be like Iron Man.
the one I always hear the most, and I kind of use it as like an icebreaker.
Yeah.
When I'm about to direct some new talent, so just to like make conversation with them, you know, I ask them, oh, you know, if you could have any superpower. I always get flight. I always get invisibility.
Invisibility?
Yeah, because I think there's a lot of people that just...
I think that says a lot about their character, though.
Yeah.
Because, like, you look invisibility, maybe they might come off as a little bit more introverted. Yeah. But when flight, it's like, yeah,
it's like they want to... They say, you know, they want to be more adventurous. They want to... That's what I get from it. So I think it says a lot about you when you choose a superpower.
Oh, that's really cool.
Yeah.
Wow, I never really thought of it like that.
You don't?
I was more of like a fly guy. Like, yeah, I want to fly.
Yeah, but you never knew why?
Yeah. It's like, the flying is cool. Adventure is out there.
Yeah, I mean, in this golden age of like superhero movies, it's amazing that we're getting all these kind of like, this is like the new Western. You know, Western used to be so popular. In the 90s, musicals were very popular.
Yeah.
And so now in this day and age, it's the superhero genre.
Damn, man.
And I think that has to do a lot with, you know, our technology advancing itself to where we could watch movies like this.
Yeah.
In a more realistic sense.
And it's like spectacle based now.
Yeah. But for me, there's so much about comic books that I don't think people realize that it's such a strong art form. You know, they say they love movies, they say they love superheroes, but they've never even read a comic. And there's some comics that have literally made me cry. Just because of how powerfully it's written, how strong the visuals are in the illustration. So, you know, a lot of the stuff we're getting today, you know, our imagination is so much stronger than watching movies and television. That's why people always say, you know, like the books are better. It's the same thing with the graphic novels.
Sometimes they even say like, "Oh, the movie ruined it for me."
Yeah.
Yeah, I get it. I totally get it.
If there's one comic I would recommend to read, there's a series called Ultimate Spider-Man, and it's called the Death of Peter Parker.
Oh, I think I remember you telling me about this.
It's a great story, and not only that, that series is the reason why we have Miles Morales today.
Ah.
Yeah, because basically the Ultimate series is here's Marvel, here's Earth 616. The Ultimate series is like a different planet. It's a different reality.
It's a different universe.
Yeah.
Damn.
So this is the universe where Peter Parker dies.
Holy shit.
Miles Morales becomes the new Spider-Man.
That's freaking cool, dude.
But he was such a big fan favorite that they made him part of, like, 616.
Damn.
There's so much in comics. I love comics. I love superheroes, and so I'm glad we talked about this.
I'm glad we just chopped it up, man. I was telling Neil before the podcast started, I was like, yeah, dude, this is the one thing I look forward to every week.
Same here.
We just talk, and we just chop it up, and we just be ourselves. Super raw, you know what I'm saying? Super raw, oral, big dick energy.
I can only imagine what Mr. Big Dick's, like, costume looks like.
Costume? His costume?
I said costume.
Oh, okay. Your ears hear what they want to hear.
Your ears hear what they want to hear.
Anyways, I don't know how to end this podcast.
What would his ethnicity be? Caucasian. Dude, that was the lamest joke, and you still laughed really hard.
Dude, it's so stupid. Like, Caucasian? Like, what the? I was about to say Cambodian. What are we saying? What are we saying?
Oh, kids.
We're going to have to mute all this.
I'm sorry.
Thank you guys for joining this episode. Thank you guys for joining this installment of Choppin' It Up episode. Well, I didn't do it because I was digging my way through China. Episode 5.
Damn it!
Yes. Thank you guys so much. Have a great freaking day.
Hey, you didn't wrap it up again.
Oh, welcome to Wrap It Up on Choppin' It Up.
Yeah, here's the takeout.
Yeah.
By your boy Jed. Yo, 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 yo.
Here's a takeout from China. Captain Dick in the vagina. Damn, we're gonna mute this on YouTube, but podcast. This podcast, it's uncensored, dude. Dude, I'm never ready for this. I'm never prepared to do this. But anyways, because there's no beat and there's always acapella. But anyways,
whatever, dog.
Here, Neil.
If Eminem could do it, you could do it.
Yo, my name is Eminem. You know I want an Eminem, so I give her Eminem.
Yeah, really,
Eminem.
Guys, this is the last time we're gonna do Wrapping It Up for real.
for a long time.
Forever. Because Jed just can't.
Here is your takeout.
Get that out of my face.
Dude, that was freaking chow mein.
Oh, was it?
Yes. Thank you guys for joining us on this episode of Choppin' It Up.
Shoot.
Chopping it up.